Hello and welcome back to Colour in Your Life. Today we're in Sydney in Rozelle and I'm out the front of Noula Diamantopoulos' studio and we're on quite a busy road, so you might hear some traffic and maybe even some planes overhead today. But let's go in and see what she's up to. Hello! Hi, Noula!
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! This is so good to be back here.
Totally lovely to see you again.
We filmed Noula about 8 years ago,
Yeah.
so I have been in your beautiful studio before. But can you show me around?
Oh, sure. Well, it's changed since the last 8 years. I've got some of my resin sculptures here. I've got my bronze sculptures and my puppies.
Hello! Noula's got some little puppies, some little
we go.
studio puppies.
Yeah.
Hello, little ones. Oh, they're so cute.
This one's Rosie, this one's Vincent.
Hi, Rosie. Hi, Vincent. And they must keep you good company,
Very
hey?
much so. Last time we had Leonardo, but now we have Vincent and Rosie.
Okay, so you've got this great room.
Yes.
And you do all your office work in here.
So this is more my therapy, area and where I study and where I do my research. This is my little library of therapeutic books and my art library is in there.
Okay, let's go and have a look at that. So, and you've got all your mosaic.
So mosaic supplies just there. They're kind of everywhere, but there's one section is there.
Very well organised, I must say.
Thank you.
Oh, Noula, what a fantastic studio
like it?
you've got. Wow, so much to play with in here.
Indeed.
So tell me about this piece.
This is the third part of a trilogy commissioned by the Greek Orthodox Church in Leichhardt. So the first one was the Virgin, the second one was Jesus, and now this is the patron saint for that church, which is Saint Gerasimos. One of the things that he's known for is healer for mental health.
Okay, so that is the field that Noula specialises in.
Yes, it is.
And we're going to talk a lot more about that today. But we're actually not even going to be working on this today because it takes Noula a long time because she is a very busy woman.
A little bit. I have a few projects.
Noula specialises in bringing out that creative spirit in people, and that's one of the essence of Colour in Your Life, is to inspire creativity. But today we're going to have some fun. So where are we off to now?
So we're going to go to another part of my studio,
Okay.
which at the moment is pristine, but I don't think it's going to stay that way very long.
Okay, well this is very intriguing. Let's go and come and show me what we're going to do.
Happy to.
Okay. Noula was interviewed by Graham Stevenson on Colour in Your Life in 2016, showing her beautiful encaustic mosaic work. Noula also appeared on the ABC TV series Space 22, which explored the impact that art and creativity can have on mental health. As an extra to Space 22, Noula partnered up with some well-known Australians to show them ways they can use creativity to help maintain a healthy well-being. Go to ABC iView to see more. So from like creative chaos in the other end to this beautiful open space in here.
Yes.
And so Noula's actually just spent 3 days training some professionals.
That's right.
And could you tell us more about that?
Yeah, I can. It's called Brainspotting. It's a phenomenal healing modality that works somatically and neurobiologically, which gets to the issue of the trauma as opposed to modalities that are more talking therapy. I train psychologists, psychotherapists, counsellors, social workers in this modality. But there is a link to the expressive arts, if I can add that, because in Brainspotting we're working subcortically. Right? We overpass the thinking brain.
Which is really what you need to tap into when you're getting creative.
Bingo! Right? And that's where we're going to be going. It's part of our journeys.
Okay, so instead of just standing around, we're going to get creative.
Let's get cracking.
Okay. So we've just brought in a table.
Yes, we
and
have.
all these bits and pieces, and I'm very excited to know what we're going to do.
Well, because I'm taking you on a journey, that's my intention, right? The journey is about how do we get into creativity to start off with? Just by having fun. So we're going to go for a walk just down the road.
Okay.
And we're going to go to a park. And
Yes.
we're going to pick up little twigs. And we're going to come back here and we're going to create spirit sticks.
Okay, because we have seen in your last show, you did some really
That's
big
right.
spirit sticks.
That's true. The first little play activity is just that. It's just playfulness. It doesn't have to have any intention associated to it. It's just like have fun, get the twigs, let's turn them into spirit sticks. Let's see what happens after that.
So we're actually going to go out for a walk now.
Yes.
Go and pick up some sticks and see what we can create.
Correct.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
So we've just had a little play in the park,
We
really,
did.
and picked up some sticks.
Yep.
So
And bark.
And bark. Can you tell us what we're going to do?
Sure. So I brought out a whole bunch of different mixed media. We're going to be communing with nature. We're going to be communing with Mother Nature and communing with our nature.
Okay.
So that's just going to take just a little moment for us to just sit and, sit next to each other, attuning to ourselves. But what will be happening is that I will also be, as you will also be, attuning to me and me attuning to you.
So it's reducing the thought process,
Yes.
coming in and calming down, which is why art is such a great therapy.
Yeah, beautifully said. So what it is in calming our mind, our thinking mind that is being very critical about the outcome, what this should look like. And there is no outcome about what it should look like in this playful state that we are in. This is about accessing our creativity. This is about opening up our imagination. This is an invitation now that we are giving ourselves to sit with all these toys and wonderful pieces of, found objects and materials and just be playful.
So let's get playful.
Let's get playful.
Harriet, where do we start?
Go for it, that's it.
Okay. What do you think, Noula? Should we get Cobia in and do one?
Yeah. Come and play. Come and play, Cobia. Well, Kobe, I actually had a lot of fun doing these. I ended up making a couple because I was also playing with, Sophia. What was it like for you?
This is cute.
It is cute, right?
This was quite simple.
Yes.
It was kind of meditating at some times.
Yeah,
I felt like I was in touch with myself deeply.
right.
And it made me focus on this.
That's it.
Yeah, I forgot about all my trouble.
Right, how cool is that, right?
Yeah, it's just small thing like this,
We had a bit of fun earlier, right, collecting the sticks and things.
Yeah.
If you do it by yourself, it could be a mindful process that you take yourself on a mindful walk. But you're still picking up things that you don't even know what you're going to do with them. That's where the magic begins. It's it's not predetermined. And that's where the communion takes place, because we are communing in this instance with nature.
Okay.
So I want to encourage you to go and have some fun, go and play. What this is doing is accessing your imagination, it's opening up your heart space, it's making you feel differently, that you know that play is part of the creative process. So I'm hoping that the actions that you see today and the journey that, you know, we're taking you on will inspire you to take your own journey. And the journey is more of an inward one, but not inward solo, because you're communing, you're communicating with materials from nature, you're playing with them, and through that play, magic occurs.
Noula also does performance art under the title of Quest. It is an exchange of written questions that is done in silence. Through posing a question with another question, you can discover the answer you are looking for. Well, guess what? We've had some costume changes. Ta-da! This is all about having fun and getting in touch with that childlike spirit.
Right. That's a really good way of saying it.
Because we get so bogged down, and I think that's what this show is about, is getting in touch with your creative side. And I've noticed just in doing that play with the stick, it sort of calmed me down.
We use words a lot to try to understand what we're experiencing. And with that, those words come from rational thinking. And then we try to use words to come up with solutions, even though we're feeling something that we don't quite understand. So what's going to happen is this. We're going to connect with what we're feeling right now. I am going to, what I call these little shapes.
They're like little television screens.
They're like television screens. So I'm making these, all different kinds of sizes. It doesn't matter if you go outside the line or not.
Okay.
But there is a sense of, by capturing the space, when you go to make your mark, you feel like you're locating it somewhere rather than in nothingness. So, shall we give it a go? Let what's on the page inform you. Be inspired by what you see on the page. Feel connected without thinking about it. Then let it rise out of you.
And I think that's the thing, it's allowing yourself to go slow.
That's right. It's bilateral movement. So we're using both sides of our brains. We're activating both sides of our brains. And then things come up as a result of that quietness.
Wow, it's very interesting. There's a calm that came over me and a sense of relief. And what, it took about 15 minutes, 10 minutes or something.
Exactly. Just this little playfulness here, which we will actually use. We don't actually throw it out. But for us to experience something that we are really seeking as creatives on this planet is a sense of freedom. Now that we have that, guess what we're going to do? Cut it up. Remember those shapes I did before?
Yes,
I'm just going to go in there. And it's for us to discover what that purpose is, or for us to create the meaning of things.
Noula, would you like me to help you there?
Yes, please.
Okay, here,
Thank you.
Let me help you.
Thank you.
Last little one, Noula.
Yay.
Da, 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 da. Okay.
So now
It's changed the energy already, hasn't it?
It's completely different.
So what are we going to do with these now?
We're going to go on our big journey now. This one's going to allow you to see the gifts of creativity beyond these little things that we've been doing so far.
Noula, thank you so much for letting me work with you today. But what do you do from here?
Right, so from here we're going to take this personal journey inward. But the absolute minimum will be something very joyful because it's also in the process of making a journal. So, do you remember when we went for a walk to the park? We took with us a shopping bag, just one of these regular brown paper bag shopping bag. Picked up our sticks, picked up our bark, brought them back in the shopping bag. Now we're going to use the shopping bag. And what we do with the shopping bag is we open it up carefully. It doesn't matter that, you may have ripped it. That's fine. And then on the other side, I gesso it. So it's now got a white base on it. From this is what we're going to make a journal, but there's going to be an intention. So here's how we begin. Grab your crayons. But the way that we're going to write the question is quite big letters, continuously writing without taking the pen off your paper. And what's happening is that as the layering builds up, the felt sensation goes deeper and deeper and deeper. I'm already feeling moved by the question that I have written. I finished. Question mark. I'm now going to reintroduce some paint and splotch it, mark make with it from a sensory perspective. Not because of anything else except how I feel now having written that question out. Remember when we did this together with Sophia? I'm going to use collage paper. This is now the collage paper that was made earlier. And I'm just going to tear out the shapes that I see here. And I'm going to reproduce the shapes from this paper. And I'm going to glue that shape down randomly on this. And I'm getting pretty excited about what's happening right now. Glue stick. I also love creating with neons. So I'm a neon artist. Words are important to me, but I love exploring with them in a different way. And if you check out my neons, you'll see how I play with those words and the meanings. And what does that do? It changes my perception of things and makes me reflect more deeply. So this is just to expand your imagination so that you can use more papers than what I have used in showing you this journey. You can use anything. You can use tissue paper. You can use old bills. You can use, recycle things that you've printed out from your computer. Doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do now is fold this paper up. So I'm going to turn it into a journal. I'm going to cut it. So that's my first fold, second fold. And you can decide now what size journal you're going to make. I am going to make something that is going to kind of be small. So the first thing I want to do is cut where I have folded. Grabbing a knife and the ruler. First cut. It's already changing. Oh my God, so excited.
Noula, I know you do a lot of teaching.
Yes, so when I run expressive arts workshops, we've just got just over 20 minutes to take you on this journey, but you go on journeys that last 2 days, and we really dig deeply.
So if people wanted to partake in one of these workshops, do you run them often, or is there somewhere that they can go to find out more?
Yeah, the website, nouladiamantopoulos.com.
It's got an extraordinary amount of information in there and all the things that you do.
Some of the workshops are for the general public, some of the workshops are for psychotherapists, psychologists who want to introduce art into their practice as a modality to support someone to go through their healing. Many times when we are troubled, we don't actually have the words to express what it is that's troubling us. So this expressive arts, this modality allows something to be expressed somatically, something that your nervous system is experiencing, and it comes out. And when it comes out, that alone gives you an opportunity, like hopefully right now something may happen, to see it in a different way. Not only to see it in a different way, but to feel it in a different way. And now I'm folding them in half with the brown paper on the outside. And I'll just do a few of these, not all of them, just to give you the idea of what it is that's happening here. Back to the glue stick. Gluing it, glue, 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 glue. Glue, 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 glue.
So glue on both sides?
Yeah. These are called signatures for anybody who does bookbinding out there. We've just created a little signature. And now we're putting the signatures together. And we do this with all of our papers. And I think you might be getting the picture. So, this is something that I prepared earlier, just to give you an idea of what your finished product could look like. And these are well-traveled little journals. So you can see that, you know, they've got whatever stringy things and they're bounded like this. And they can look like this, right?
So have you gone on further to do more once they've been binded?
So yes, so when you see the doodling over the top of these, this is me now exploring the feeling of that first question that I asked myself that's underlying in here, and it's been embedded with all sorts of things, and you can see that I'm tracing shapes and moving it around. And when I do that, it's like I'm doing journaling without words. Notice what happens to you. Notice what happens to your experience of having explored it in this way without the use of trying to rationalize the rightness or the wrongness of something.
And do you get testimonials from people who've had these experiences?
I have had massive testimonials. I've had big ones, and they still keep coming through, even from workshops that I have run that are 9 years ago. This was just the tip of the iceberg. Hopefully that you have been inspired to explore yourself in a different way. The gift is still there because it's been expressed. It's moved out of you and it's moved onto a page in the third dimension.
Thank you, Noula, so much for sharing today.
You're very welcome.
Okay, Noula, thank you so much.
Thanks,
thank
sweetheart.
you so much. Well, as you can see, we've come back into Noula's work studio. It's such a fantastic place you've got here.
Sophia.
So many great spaces.
Thank you.
And I really enjoyed being able to be part of it. So thank you. It's not something that I usually get to do, but it's got a very healing, therapeutic element to it.
Yes, it does.
And of course, we'd like to thank the wonderful Cobia Penguana who's behind the camera.
Thank you guys. Lovely being here. I had such amazing time.
Big love for any psychotherapists that are out there that want to include the expressive arts into their healing modalities. You can also find different trainings and workshops that I run that you can include this, which I do with my clients too. And for the general public, I have special programs and workshops for you as well.
So they can come to your website to find out more, which is
www.nouladiamantopoulos.com.
There's so much information in the website. So much. Thank you again, Noula.
Thank you,
it's been a
sweetheart.
beautiful day. Thank you. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.
Oh, hi. I just come to hug you too.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Noula's just spent 3 days. 1, 2, 3, smile.